Well, welcome. You are now in the new apartment of Kevin Duclairon, and as it is online, that video that I just uploaded about moving, and I just moved here. Behind me is my office there on the right, and my bedroom on the left. Right there is where Gabriel Franklin comes in every night and assaults me and humiliates me and takes God knows what they've done to me on that bed. Okay, it's a wicked thing that I preached against today. I tried to upload the video, but YouTube won't allow it. iPage won't allow it, and so this is the bed that they've defiled, literally, by coming in here. It's the same setup. It's a studio. It's the same setup as West Shore Apartments. It's no different. I don't know. The room might be a little bit smaller, but for the most part, it's the same. It's the same setup. It's the same bedroom, except for I've swapped the bed and the office. I put the bed next to the window and the office next to the kitchen. But apart from that, it's the same thing. They come in here religiously every night. Last night, I brewed some tea, and all the way up to the rim. When I wake up in the morning, this is what I find. The whole thing, so the whole thing is, it's like a quarter of the tea has been removed. And most of the time when they do that, it's because they've also spiked the tea with laxative or stool hardener. So then when I drink it, then it affects my stomach. They've cut me numerous times. I was electrocuted on that bed 3 times on Friday night. Very painful. Very, very painful. The view up here is nice. I don't know if you want to see it. Give you a glimpse. See, you can't really see it from up here. I don't want to get anywhere close to the window, but it's we're up there, and that's pretty much it. Just keep me in your prayers, church. I wish I could delete this woman and her son Guy Franklin and her community. They're bad news, and they're really, really bad news. And the African American women just support everything that they do. They don't understand how offensive it is to be an international. They're not looking at me through international eyes. They're looking at me through African eyes, and they don't understand that as an international, I have no desire whatsoever for this woman. Or, she's 90 years old. She's older than my mother, and what they're doing here, they try to entice me with fags. And I'm thinking, these people are just not in their right mind. After the sermon that I just preached out there, these people, and you know what's worse is that they send me emails, and I look up the emails, and when I look up the emails that they send, it's pornographic, and I'm looking for the face to see if I recognize these people, if I know who it is that's sending me these pornographic emails. And I'm thinking, it can't be the government. So through the community, it's the Franklins. They're the ones who've been doing this since I got into the country, and they're the ones who have been pushing in this direction. They do not, it's almost like I have never seen a group of people who hate God as much as Guy Franklin and his mother. I have never seen a family who dishonors God as much as Guy Franklin and his mother, and it's disgusting. Just plain and simple, just disgusting for people to be that hard against the Lord and His Word when they don't have to be. They could just yield to Him, but they choose not to, and I guess it's the company that they keep. You become like the people that you hang out with the most, and they hang out with sinners, then that's what they are, and that's what they're going to continue to be and to do, and there's nothing I could do about it. But this house has been defiled. The bed has been defiled, my property, my home, just defiled. Every time they walk in, it disgusts me, and it's usually when I'm asleep or when I'm not home. I was recently in the restaurant. I want to show you something else here. This photograph here behind me, I don't know if you can see it, but you see the crack there? I was sitting on the throne, right there. You see the crack? right there. Bam. I was sitting in the restroom and just using the restroom like any normal person, and I come out and the crack was left on that photograph right behind me there. That crack was left, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to put tape on it and leave it as it is, because no matter what I do, these people will never stop coming in here, and these people will never stop doing things against my property. And it's just, I think it's just, you know, unfortunate. I guess that's the word. Unfortunate that this is the position that they've taken. They're not family, they're not friends, they're enemies. You know, they're not people that I would associate with again. If I had an opportunity, I would disassociate, and I would make it very obvious that that's what it is. And so the second time, you know, is just, there's not going to be a second time. I cross my fingers hoping for Gabriel's, funeral. You know, I mean, that's a bad thing for a preacher to hope for. But, you know, when somebody's done you this much harm during the course of, 35, 36 years, you don't want to be in association with people like that. You just don't want it, you know. I don't want it. How do I tell this woman and her family, I don't want it? I don't want you eating my flesh like it's a piece of meat. You know, go to the store and buy you a piece of beef and be satisfied. Go get a banana and use it, or a dildo or something, but leave my flesh alone. I don't want it. You know, you don't appeal to me. You turn me off, you and all your sisters and all your people that stand with you in that community. So, you know, I'm disappointed because I wasn't able to upload the video that was completed earlier this morning when I preached the message at Pioneer Square Park, which was on, you know, how much do you pay, you know, how would you pay Jesus for the work he has done? And I couldn't upload it, and I couldn't, YouTube wouldn't allow it after 3.5 hours, and plus I went to McDonald's for lunch and they spiked it with laxative, so I was hit there. That's been painful for the last 3.5 hours back and forth into the restroom. So on my way here, I got hit several times by the gay community and the black community. They're a combination of the two communities that I've never been familiar with. I never understood the black community or the gay community. It's not like a hand in glove, you know. They just don't fit into my world. Not because I'm prejudiced, but because that's not my manner of life, and I really don't, you know, I'm not drawn to that. Enticed like any other man, yeah, sure, but drawn to live that way and to remain that way for the rest of my life, no, not at all. I go in the other direction. But in any case, I thought, I apologize for those of you that were looking for the video today. If you're keeping up with the sermons, it's Sunday and the video could not be uploaded because YouTube would not permit it. So, and neither would iPage. So anyway, maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do another sermon, and God will allow me to upload it then.